say you take 10 people and ask them what's their idea of a homeless person. And pretty much 9 out of 10, or maybe 10 out of 10, are going to say, oh, somebody that pushes a cart and has all raggedy clothes and lives downtown in a makeshift tent. And there is that element, but that's not the only element.
I was working construction. I got hurt, so I couldn't work. So for a year, I was like scraping. Once I could walk again, I was like just scraping. I mean scraping. One day I fell and poof, life gone. I couldn't pay rent. And I was sleeping in my car. And then the real bottom part, my car got towed away. So I used to go to the laundromat, get some change, do my laundry, sleep in there. You know what's hard to do? Is to look at your kid and know they're hungry. And they don't say nothing because they know. They know what kind of shape we're in. It just takes one small thing to change your life around.
I had a place in Pasadena, and I had lost it, became homeless after a very arduous 8-year fight in court for custody of my son. It pretty much shut me down, so I ended up losing everything, and ended up on the street. I've lived everywhere from sneaking in my storage bin, public storage, to sleep there, to when I had a car, sleeping in the car on the street. It was scary. I mean, I gotta be honest, I thought my life was over. And I thought, well, this is it? This is everything I've done ends up here?
I didn't have a good childhood. I was sexually abused by my father. Because I talk about it, my family basically turned against me. So I moved away once I graduated from high school. I got married. I was in an abusive marriage. It wasn't a situation where me and my daughter needed to stay. So I became homeless. I was diagnosed with a serious blood disorder, and I was really ill. I was getting blood transfusions once a month, and I was in a lot of pain, and I was falling. I was basically, I was not expected to make it.
I had an issue with my ex-husband. There was a physical altercation between the two of us. That put me out of work, and that's how I became homeless. Like sleeping in my car, at the beach, in my car, like all over the place. And I was pregnant at the time too, so that was scary. Imagine like at nighttime when you have to use the bathroom, where are you gonna go? Like is somebody watching me if I have to go outside or something, or if I have to go to McDonald's or something. Those were like the most shocking parts. I never, ever, ever in a billion years would have imagined that that would be my life.
We came to Ascencia and we had a bed, it was a clean environment, I didn't have any issues. I worked very closely with my case manager, Marcel. I still keep in contact with him. It's like, I'm not here anymore, but I let him know what's going on in me and my daughter's life. He helped me find housing. I've been in housing now for about 2 years.
I ended up giving birth to my son while living at Ascencia, and they basically took on the second parent role as far as making sure that we were comfortable and that we had everything we needed. Marlene, one of my first counselor at Ascencia, she was very, very helpful for me. She was like nonstop on top of the case. She never, ever let me down. Every other day she had something for me. She was just like a mother.
Another reason why I feel like Ascencia was really good for me is the guest chefs. And one guest chef in particular, we started going to their church. And when I got really, really ill, I reached out to the pastor's wife. I didn't have anywhere else to take my daughter. And so they took my daughter in.
I just feel like I'm at a happy place. I'm in peace, thank God. And I just can't wait to see what the future has for me.
I feel like Ascencia was the best thing that ever happened to me. I really do. It was like, I was homeless, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I got that help. I really appreciate that because they were family. Thumbs up to Ascencia. And all the wonderful employees. Wonderful. Thank you.